Lana, Kyle, and Sarah prepare for Sarah's party. Clark struggles with what happened to Irons. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve from Valhartv, and today I'll be reviewing Superman and Lois Season 2, Episode 5. So after like a 2-week hiatus, we're back. So this episode starts out with, basically back in Metropolis in 1979. And this is where we get a little bit of Allie's backstory here, a little more anyways, of when she's a kid, and we see a familiar pendant too in this. So I thought that was very interesting that they're tying her in with everything. So that was really cool on top of what goes on in the rest of the episode. So Lois and Clark talk about what Lucy saw, and Lois is wondering if she's wrong about like things because of Bizarro Superman appearing. She even says that she's like, well, what if it's, what if she was right and what she saw was real, because now that we got, Bizarro Superman here. And, so we don't really get to see Lois, like, second guess herself very often. And this is, like, one of the times where she really does. And she decides to look through her notes, again, to see if she's, like, missed anything. And this is really cool because we see her really trying to go right back to like her reporter roots, you know what I mean? Like her small town reporter roots, where she's just gonna go back over the evidence again and see what like what she missed or what she didn't, and then keep going, with trying to get to the truth. So I really like this. I thought it was actually kind of cool. And we do get some really good moments with Lana, Kyle, and Sarah as they're getting ready for Sarah's party. Like, there's some really good moments in this and really good dialogue. Throughout the whole episode, though, there's been some really good dialogue. But this I thought, was actually really good moments where, we get Kyle teaching Sarah how to, like, do her little, her father-daughter dance for this special party of hers. I cannot pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to try. And, we even get her mom bonding with her. And, and I thought it was really, really cool. And the dresses that they had for all of them were really beautiful dresses. I really liked them. So we get some really good moments in this. And then later on in the episode, crap hits the fan. Let me say that. But Jonathan finds out that Jordan is being trained by their grandfather. And Jonathan, ends up going with them to start training. But again, he's feeling inadequate. He's not up to the challenge because he's just an ordinary kid. So what does he do? He takes his X-kryptonite inhaler. And then he just really, this is just starting to change his whole personality too. And it's very noticeable. Even Jordan notices it, like, right off the bat. And obviously it's the drugs. They're making him like do things that he normally wouldn't do, and he even tells Jordan that he's better than him and he needs to get used to it. And I was like, whoa! I was like, wait a minute! I was like, really? I was like, that's crazy, And at one point they spar against each other, and John gets carried away. He really does. He actually tries to hurt his brother, and then he takes off. After Sam is like, no, you're done, go. And stuff, because even he's noticing something's off, and I thought that was really cool. So, and I really want to know if he's going to end up start developing permanent powers from all this, and if they'll be like the same powers as his dad and brother, or if they're going to be different, because we have Bizarro Superman now, and we don't know exactly what the effects of this X-kryptonite is going to have on Jordan, or Jonathan. So I'm really looking forward to that. But we even get Chrissy and Lois kind of going back and forth on each other at the Gazette. And Chrissy takes off and doesn't tell Lois that she's going to see Allie. And what happens to her when she meets Allie and they start talking? Oh, man, I was like, wow, this lady's trying to prove that she's completely right. And she doesn't care about what she does to people. I was floored. I loved it. I thought it was great. And again, at Sarah's party, something happens with Kyle and the girl from the bar, and things kind of come out. So we really get that drama added into everything. So I thought that was kind of I thought it wasn't bad, but because it shows that Kyle is was in a bad place when he was drinking, things like that, and he's trying to make up for it now. So I totally get that, but it just felt a little more like busy work again. Like they were more prominent in this episode than in others for this season. And I understand that they're trying to bring them into the show a little more, get them more in the forefront because it's now two families instead of just one, even though they've got John Irons and Natalie there. So it's really three families that we're going to, I think, hover around in this season. So the episode does end with Superman at Edge's Cave of Solitude. I will not call them Fortresses of Solitude because they are caves. When they gave Supergirl the Fortress of Solitude in her show from Clark, I was very disappointed that they didn't use that in this show. That was way better looking. That looked like the Fortress of Solitude. But anyways, they're back in Edge's cave talking to Bizarro, and his mom is, analyzing him and tells him about him. So that's where they leave off. I was kind of like, no, I want more, because it was a good cliffhanger and everything. But the effects in this, again, were still good. Still very surprised by the CW for this show and how well the graphics are in this. The fight scene that we get with Bizarro Superman and his ice vision and fire breath, I thought was really cool looking. I thought it was really good. And the acting in this, I thought was good. Again, I had no issues with it. I thought it was all good. I thought Kyle was a little bit better in this one because especially when he's trying to, he's trying to explain and he's like, oh no, I'm going to get caught. Things are going to come out, and he's all freaking out. I thought that was really good. The general there, I just want to slap him. He's crazy, and he's still going against Superman because he's all about that, patriotism, which is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with patriotism. But there comes to a point where you have to ask for help and you have to help people out. I don't care. Not really a great character, but that's the whole point of his character, too, at the same time. So, again, this episode had more of Lana and her family and the drama in it. But, yeah, again, really, I'm more interested in the Alley angle, amulet, and what's going on with Bizarro Superman and everything like that. I'm honestly really more interested in Jonathan and what's going to happen with him because of all this drug use. Like, this is literally changing his personality, and his parents are eventually going to see that, and they're going to realize that something's going on. And it's going to be great. I cannot wait to see what happens with that. I would give this episode a 7.5 at the most out of 10. It was a little slower paced. There was some good action in it. But it was more focused on Lana and her family, I feel like, versus everything else. Everything else was like kind of second, like back seat, basically. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below. And if you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and subscribe. Take care for now, everyone.